Hello everybody, and welcome to Ancient Architects. Please subscribe now to get the latest ancient history news and independent research from around the world. This past weekend, a number of incredible new discoveries have been announced from the latest excavations at the 11 to 12,000 year old Tas Tepeler sites of Göbekli Tepe and Karahan Tepe, located in the southeastern Anatolia region of Turkey. Considering their age, each new discovery is absolutely stunning in its own right, and in this video I'll give you the details. The first new discovery comes from the 11,500 year old site of Karahan Tepe, from a newly excavated enclosure. Karahan Tepe is so huge it's hard to comprehend, and only a small percentage of this site has been excavated, and every new excavation season is revealing something astounding. The new enclosure is located towards the top of the hill, and it has a stone perimeter wall as well as large limestone pillars, and as we can see they're badly eroded and weathered. We also find a porthole stone in position, stone plates on the floor, but the most incredible discovery was this large human statue. It's cut from the local limestone, and it truly is one of the most impressive examples of prehistoric art we've seen to date, and it's enormous, standing 2.3 metres or 7 feet 6 inches in height. We can see clear and distinct facial features, with its realistic eyes and haunting expression. It also looks to have hair and a beard, which may give us some idea of how these ancient people styled themselves. We can see a prominent ribcage in relief, the legs and knees are visible, as are the arms and hands, which come down the sides of the figure, meeting at the erect phallus in front. It really is quite striking, and it reminded me straight away of the relief found at the neighbouring Tas Tepeler site of Sayburch, which shows a figure clutching his phallus with his right hand. There are similar statues from other sites as well, including this one from Gobekli Tepe, and of course the famous Man from Şanlıurfa, showing how this one truly ancient and long-lasting culture was spread across the region. This statue at Karahan Tepe was found within a niche that was fixed to the ground. It looks to be seated, and experts believe it's not portraying a starving person, but someone that is in fact deceased, hence the emphasised ribs and shoulder bones. The statue was discovered broken in two, well, three, because some views of it that were shown on Turkish media show it to be without its phallus. I think it was found broken off in antiquity, and was crudely reattached for the photographs for the press. In the same enclosure where the sculpture was found was this statue of a vulture. It was placed in the wall of the enclosure, and of course today we strongly associate the vulture with death. But if these finds from Karahan Tepe were not enough, the next discovery is also equally as important. It was made during excavations in August and September at the amazing UNESCO World Heritage Site of Göbekli Tepe, and it's this statue of a wild boar, discovered inside Enclosure D, yes, the enclosure with the famous vulture stone, but this is unlike anything we've seen before, as the artefact contained red, white and black pigment residues on its surface. The tongue of the animal was painted red, and the white and black were found on the fur. This makes it one of the oldest painted statues ever discovered, although that is likely just down to preservation and not when humans first started painting artefacts. The boar was positioned in a very important place in Enclosure D, at the midpoint of the two central T-shaped pillars on the edge of the enclosure and directly below the limestone pillar with a round porthole or drill hole running through it. It was resting on a limestone bench, which looks to be, in my somewhat unqualified opinion, to be a reused older pillar. The bench has got the obscure I or H symbols on it, depending on which way we look at it, and there is a crescent and also two snakes in relief. Although I can't see it in this picture, according to media reports, there are also 3 human faces depicted. The sculpture of the wild boar really is enormous, and it was also found in situ, in its original position. The animal is depicted in an attacking position, its teeth are showing, and aggression is clearly emphasised. The painted sculpture is now making the experts think that all of the animal depictions on all of the pillars could have been painted as well, which, if true, would certainly replace the older vision of Gobekli Tepe as a somewhat beige site to one that was actually very colourful and even more ornate. The architecture and iconography that's seen across the region means there is no doubt that Göbekli Tepe and Karahan Tepe are linked. These settlements date to roughly the same time, beginning life at around 11,500 years ago, and the 2 sites are only separated by 23 miles. Although they're not the oldest sites in the region, with Çakmak Tepe having even older origins, they are the largest, and still in the year 2023, only a small percentage of these sites have been excavated. Whilst excavations began at Gobekli Tepe in the 1990s, work at Karahan Tepe only began in 2019, and I expect new discoveries of this magnitude could well be coming each and every year, which I have to say I do find extremely exciting. So much so that I'm planning to visit in 2024, to see these incredible sites in person. This will be my first time in southeastern Anatolia, and so if you're interested in joining me, click the link in the description below, leave your name and email address, and you'll be kept informed of the details as and when they're confirmed. So far there have been no dates or times confirmed, but anyone that leaves their details on the website will be first on the waiting list for when the tour is announced. I had such an incredible time on my recent tour to Egypt, and now I really have the travelling bug. And for me, Turkey really is the place I have to go before anywhere else. Göbekli Tepe and Karahan Tepe are enormous and mind-boggling archaeological complexes, and created by a culture we still know so little about. And now I really have to see these sites with my own eyes. The new discoveries announced this weekend have once again fueled my excitement. Right now I'm not going to attempt to interpret the new discoveries, as I think it's far too early, and I'm sure in the coming days, weeks and months we will learn even more. And when we do, I'll be sure to report all of the news on the Ancient Architects channel. Thank you very much for watching this news update from Ancient Architects. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel, please like the video, and please leave a comment below. Thank you very much.